Good morning, guys. Today we are going to decorate our little gingerbread house. Here's the one we built for you yesterday. This is the fun part of all of this, so you guys should really have fun. Dig out that old Halloween candy, any sprinkles you have in your cabinet, all sorts of things to make this a beautiful, cereal. Mrs. Bland is yelling cereal. To make this a beautiful house. We're going to start by setting it down. I'm going to thin the icing for you. So here's our icing. It's very thick, if you remember from yesterday. I'm going to, squirt a little bit of it. It is very cold. Ours was in the fridge all night. It's very thick. Squeeze a bunch out because I'm going to show you how to thin it, number one, in case you want it to be a little thinner, a little more pliable. And then I also want to show you how to put it in a Ziploc in case at home for this remote learning, you don't have pastry bags. Now, I have icing bags at home because I decorate a lot, but a lot of you probably don't. But I bet you that your mom and dad have some type of Ziploc. The thicker, the better. A sandwich bag is probably going to burst at the seams. This is very thick, so I'm going to just stop there. You need very small amounts of water. So I just have a regular spoon. You could use a measuring spoon, but I'm just going to eyeball it, and I just need a little bit. Okay, you can always add more water. Really hard to take it away without getting into adding more powdered sugar. And you just stir. So now, when I scoop it up, it kind of plops off, but it's still thick enough to kind of hold its shape. Okay, so I would do this with a lot more icing, but mine's not coming out. Then you take your handy dandy Ziploc. This is just a regular Ziploc. Open it up. Okay, I just kind of bend the zippy part away, so now that the bag is sort of doubled over on itself. Get your corner ready that you want it to go into. And we're going to spoon all the way down into the bag. Again, I would do this with more icing, but this is what I got to squirt out because it's very cold this morning. And then slide your bag up. You can even seal it for this part. And just take your hand and shove it all to one corner. We want to go to the corner versus the middle of the bag because that's where our tip is that is just like an icing bag. Okay, so you would do this again with way more icing, but it's there. Then you take your scissors, just like yesterday. Start with the tiniest little bit cut off because you can always cut off more, but it's harder to cut off. You got to rebag everything if you want to try that. So now, let me slide my house and get my angles right. Now I have this very small tip, and I can come in and put my icing. Let's see if get my camera right, guys. Yeah, I can come in just like this and just squeeze, and then you'll have to keep pushing it down like we did yesterday too. Okay, so now I put teeny little stripes, and that'll still dry just like it. So I'm going to wait for that to dry and come back in and then draw some bricks. We are going to speed through decorating, but I want you to realize you can use this kind of thing at home if you don't have a pastry bag, which is what this is in. Oops. Okay. And I also took, when we baked our house, and we took the extra dough and just made little teeny tiny ones. And I'm going to use them as cobblestones to go around for like my sidewalk or something. So you can use your extra dough to make extra things. So we're going to decorate. All right, guys. So I'm going to adjust my camera, but here is the finished house. I want to tell you everything I used. We just happened to have in here. We didn't bring in any extra supplies. So we have Sour Patch Kids Santa and Sour Patch Kids riding the sled. Oops, let me get it up where you can see it. Okay. We have a gummy lifesaver that was from Halloween candy. Nerds were from Halloween candy. The bottom of our little snowman is a white gumball from an eyeball Halloween gumball. All of our lights are Skittles, including zombie Skittles, which I know they taste gross. They really stink when you cut them open. So we had a candy cane. Would have been nice if we had two, but I only had one for their little sleigh, but that's okay. And then I will flip it down so you can see it. Oh, perfect. So then we have our little cobblestones, and then we have the little rocks in between that are nerds from our Halloween candy. So look around your house, see what you have. This is a starburst that I rubbed in my hands to make it pliable, and then I made it for a bow on our wreath, and then I used the rest of it and made a little bow on the back window. Okay, so that you can do anything you want. It doesn't have to be Christmassy. Some of the best ones that Mrs. Bland have ever had have been kids who really think outside the box. There was a girl who's already graduated. She did the field house. Last year, some girls did like a beach house, and they had a nice pool in the backyard. So use your creativity. We really, really hope that you do the gingerbread house. If you don't want to do the gingerbread house, we'll have a decorated cookie video later, but we really hope you do it. If you do the gingerbread house, we want you to send us lots and lots of pictures, and we're going to make a Google form, and then the teachers in the building can vote, and then some very lucky child or children, we'll see, will get a little bit of extra credit thrown their way for having the best gingerbread house. So I hope that you guys have as much fun decorating yours as I did. It really is fun. I really, really was looking forward to doing this with our in-person kids. It would have been a blast. So enjoy making your gingerbread house. And if you opt not to do that, I will cry a little tear, but we hope that you do some decorated sugar cookies instead. Merry Christmas!